أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يا أيها الناس اعبدوا ربكم الذي خلقكم والذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون الذي جعل لكم الأرض فراشا والسماء بناء وأنزل من السماء ماء فأخرج به من الثمرات رزقا لكم فلا تجعلوا لله أندادا وأنتم تعلمون وإن كنتم في ريب مما نزلنا على عبدنا فأتوا بسورة من مثله وادعوا شهداءكم من دون الله إن كنتم صادقين فإن لم تفعلوا ولا تفعلوا فاتقوا النار التي وقودها الناس والحجارة أعدت للكافرين. صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. يا أيها الناس, O people, اعبدوا ربكم, worship your Lord, الذي خلقكم, who created you, وَالَّذِينَ مِن قَبْلِكُمْ, and those before you, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that you may become God-fearing. الَّذِي جَعَلَ لَكُمُ الْأَرْضَ فِرَاشًا, He is the one who made the earth a bed for you, وَالسَّمَاءَ بِنَاءً, and the sky a roof, وَأَنزَلَ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً فَأَخْرَجَ بِهِ مِنَ الثَّمَرَاتِ رِزْقًا لَكُمْ, and sent down water from the sky, then brought forth with it fruits, as a provision for you. فَلَا تَجْعَلُوا لِلَّهِ أَنْدَادًا, so do not set up parallels to Allah, وَأَنْتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ, when you know. وَإِن كُنْتُمْ فِي رَيْبٍ مِّمَّا نَزَّلْنَا عَلَى عَبْدِنَا, if you are in doubt about what we have revealed to our servant, فَأْتُوا بِسُورَةٍ مِّن مِّثْلِهِ, then bring a surah similar to this. وَادْعُوا شُهَدَاءَكُم مِّن دُونِ اللَّهِ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ, and do call your supporters other than Allah if you are true. فَإِن لَّمْ تَفْعَلُوا, but if you cannot, وَلَن تَفْعَلُوا, and you will never be able to, فَاتَّقُوا النَّارَ الَّتِي وَقُودُهَا النَّاسُ وَالْحِجَارَةُ, then guard yourselves against the fire, the fuel of which will be men and stone. أُعِدَّتْ لِلْكَافِرِينَ, it has been prepared for the disbelievers. We read from Surah Al-Baqra, Ayat 21 to Ayat 24. After telling us about the three kinds of people based on their belief, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing them collectively by saying, Ya ayyuhan nas, O people, u'budu rabbakum, Ya ayyuhan nas, u'budu rabbakum. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is calling them towards worshipping their Lord or their Rabb. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is calling the kuffar, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling them to become believers. Similarly, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is calling the munafiqeen, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is calling them to become by asking them to become worshipping people, or budu rabbakum. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is calling them towards sincerity in their iman. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing in ayyuhan nas, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing the people who have already believed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is addressing and asking them to become steadfast on their belief, and if they are sinful, to give up their sins and become obedient servants to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And even from the believers who are obedient and do not commit sin, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is calling them to become steadfast on their virtues and increase in their iman. So this is the meaning of ibadah as written in tafsir, is to use your full strength to do ibadat to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The meaning is to use your full strength to obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and to protect yourself out of fear of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from whatever Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has forbidden. This is the definition of ibadah. Now, Hazrat Mufassirin have also pointed out that in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is calling the people, all people, towards His ibadah and towards the ibadah of Rabbakum, their Lord. Again, we went over the meaning of Rabb. It is somebody who not only creates but sustains and enriches grows, cultivates, grows in every aspect, in their capacity to, in all of their capacities, in all of their faculties. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking people to worship their Rabb, which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is referring to himself as their Rabb. And then Hazrat Mufti Shafi has written that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is bringing those attributes which cannot be challenged by anyone. So this is in this ayah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in ayah 21, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving irrefutable claim. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is putting forth a claim that nobody can challenge, of him being the one worthy of worship. Number one, he is the Rabb, no one else can claim to be Rabb. Alladhi khalaqakum, he is the one who created you. Walladhina min qablikum, and the people before you. Nobody can claim, no idol could have claimed, even they believed that they were created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and their ancestors and forefathers were created by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Notice here again that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is only talking about walladhina min qablikum, not talking about walladhina min ba'dikum, or the people who come after you, because there is no ummah after the ummah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and there is no Nabi after the Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam. لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that you may become tattaqun, muttaqi, God-fearing people. And the meaning here is that you become people who gain, who are saved on the day of judgment. لَعَلَّكُمْ is a word, Hazrat has written that it is brought forth when something is told out of hope, that if you do that, it is hoped that you will become muttaqi people. So the point here is that even if you do everything, even if you become ibad to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you cannot become ibad of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in such a way that it becomes, na'uzubillah, you're right upon Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that he has to give you Jannah. No. Whoever enters Jannah will enter Jannah with the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala alone. In fact, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was asked, Ya Rasulullah, even you are going to enter Jannah with the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? The Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, yes, even I am going to enter Jannah, even I am going to get Jannah only because of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So nobody's ibadat can make them qualified for Jannah. The other attributes, now these are the attributes, the properties of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that belong to a person from within a person, creation, Rabb. The other things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning, الَّذِي جَعَلَ لَكُمُ الْأَرْضَ فِرَاشًا وَالسَّمَاءَ بِنَاءً, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has made the earth as a bed or as a farsh, وَالسَّمَاءَ بِنَاءً, the sky as a roof, وَأَنزَلَ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً, that the rain descends from the skies, فَأَخْرَجَ بِهِ مِنَ الثَّمَرَاتِ رِزْقًا لَكُمْ, because using the rain, from the rain, the land produces its produce. All of these things nobody can do except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Nobody can even claim to do it, that I created the sky, or I created the earth, or I raise produce, or I bring down the rain. All of those things cannot be challenged. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the one who claims that he is the only one who is doing that. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving a challenge, an everlasting challenge. This ayat number 21 and 22 talked about the tawheed of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in a manner that cannot be challenged. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, right after talking about tawheed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about the second most important aqidah of Islam, belief in the risalat of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. How Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that if you are in doubt, when kuntum fi raibin, raib means doubt. When we read ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ, we said that raib is of two kinds. One is that the kitab itself has any raib, any doubt within it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the beginning said, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ, there is no doubt in this book. But raib or doubt in the understanding of people can be there. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is talking about that second kind of raib here, that if in your understanding there is any doubt, مِمَّا نَزَّلْنَا عَلَىٰ عَبْدِنَا, again Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is calling upon the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, referring to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam as his abd. What is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking us? Ya ayyuhan nasu u'budu rabbakum, become ibad of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, become the ones who do ibadat of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is referring to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam as also ala abdina, our slave, our servant, our abd. And this is the highest, the most elevated status that can be given to anyone, any human. This is given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the maqam of abdiyat, the station of abdiyat, becoming a perfect slave of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that if you are in doubt about what we have revealed or what we have descended to our abd, then make something like it, any surah, even the smallest surah, because this is فَأْتُوا بِسُورَةٍ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not talking about Surah Al-Baqarah, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking, challenging, bring any surah. Even Surah Al-Kawthar is the smallest surah, has only 3 ayat. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is challenging, even bring any surah like that. And if you can't do it alone, call upon whoever you want to call from the whole humanity that you think can help you against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Any supporters, call upon them. You won't be able to do it. Why would you not be able to do it? Because Quran is a mu'ajza in itself, is a miracle in itself. Even to this day, the people who study the Quran, they are finding things that were not told, mathematically, structure-wise, but those are less important things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave the Quran, made the Quran to come to humanity in a place where there was no transportation, there was no knowledge, there was no centers of knowledge to protect knowledge. In fact, that part of the world was almost isolated from the remainder of the world. The Prophet ﷺ himself was born in a way that his father had died before his birth, his mother died before he could reach 7. He had not written or read even a single word. Everybody knew that this person does not know how to read or write. He could not even write his own name. 40 years he lived among those people, and these people, one certain day, the Prophet ﷺ started talking about the ayat of the Quran, a kalam full of wisdom, full of levels and levels of wisdom. This is not possible. They understood it, that this is not possible. This could not have come from this person himself. This is coming from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, from someone way beyond the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is challenging them to bring anything like it, and this challenge stands till today, that nobody can make anything like the Quran with even whatever faculties they have at their disposal. They cannot do it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, فَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلُوا وَلَن تَفْعَلُوا, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, surely you won't be able to do it. Then fear the nar allati waquduha an-nas wal hijara, that the fuel of which, allati waquduha an-nas wal hijara, an-nas people, wal hijara stones, and that stone which burns fire, that fire that burns the stones, that is actually a very extreme, very hot fire. It even burns the stones. It uses stones as its fuel. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is pointing towards the severity of that, intensity of that fire. U'iddat lil kafirin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that He has prepared it for the kuffar, for the disbelievers who do not believe in Tawheed and deny the call of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Inshallah, next week we'll start about the good things, the things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is promising for the people who are believing in the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Alhamdulillah rabbil alamin. Wassalatu wassalamu ala sayyidil mursalin. Rabbana zalamna anfusana wa lam taghfir lana wa tarhamna lanakunanna minal khasirin. اللهم إنا نسألك العفو والعافية والمعافاة الدائمات في الدين والدنيا والآخرة. صلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. آمين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.